Makeup empties that I've used up in October. I have 3 face primers that I used up this month. First is the primer oil by Give Beauty. It's a very thin oil and it has a dropper inside, which is honestly kind of useless because of how thin the oil is. It just comes right out of the dropper. It actually dries down to a powdery finish, which I thought was so super nice. But the smell is heavily floral and powdery, and I was very surprised at how heavily fragranced it is. It did irritate my skin if I used it for more than a few days at a time, so I could only use this sporadically, but I did manage to get through it. It is a very nice base for makeup, but I don't know that I would repurchase just due to the scent and the fact that my skin didn't love it. I also used up the NYX Marshmallow Primer, which I liked. It was very lotiony. It also had a fragrance which I felt smelled very synthetic sweet, but it didn't bother me as much as the other primer because it wasn't as strong and the scent dissipated throughout the day pretty quickly. I liked that it was a very thin smoothing base without feeling too heavy. It did increase the longevity of my makeup a little bit, but mainly it just smoothed out my base for my foundation. Then we have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is actually currently my favorite foundation base. At first I didn't like it because it's thick and very sticky, which I don't like thick sticky things on my face, but I like that it gives a good barrier between your skin and the foundation. I've been able to get foundations to work with this primer that normally don't work for me at all. It also increases my makeup wear time significantly, so overall I'm super pleased with it and it is my current favorite. CoverGirl Clump Crusher Mascara. I've been wearing Clump Crusher for years. Great for like a no makeup look, but I don't feel like I get a whole lot of volume out of this mascara, and it does start to flake off a little bit throughout the day, so I did love this for a long time, but I probably won't repurchase. However, if you love a super flexible, lightweight, looks like no makeup type of mascara, this one's a really good one to try. e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This has been my go-to concealer for a long time. I let it sit for a minute when I first apply it, and then I blend it out, and then I powder it, and that keeps it from creasing on me. I kind of wish the coverage was a little bit better, but it is a very natural finish, and I do like that about it. I used up 2 brow pens from Lime Crime. These are the Bushy brow pens. These were almost dry as soon as I opened them, so they didn't last me very long. Wouldn't recommend. CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid Liner in the black shade. This one was okay. I've tried other liquid liners that I like much better, that glide better, that don't kind of skip. I don't really miss it. Lancome Monsieur Big. This is a tester size. I liked it when I first put it on, but it really smears a lot on me. Although I get a ton of volume, I didn't feel like I got a lot of longevity out of this one. I would not recommend a full size. Last but not least, we have the Reina Rebelde On Your Face Finishing Powder. This was in the shade Almendra. It's a perfect match for my skin tone. I love this powder. It was so finely milled. It was perfect for setting my concealer, and it looks like no powders on your face. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't cling to my dry patches. It's so great at mattifying. This is definitely something I'll repurchase. One of my favorite powders that I've used. Pleasantly surprised by how well this performed. And those are my empties for October.